Okay guys, this is Ignite the Fire, welcome back to a brand new session of Guest Force. Today I'm joined by Pixel and Skybricks Gaming 83 aka Gabe.
Hello.
Hello.
So yeah, I had kind of an awkward ending last time because my phone kind of died, so that's why it ended as it did, but hey, I'm just straight back in here with Gabe and all that, so it's all going great. And of course Pixel. Pixel, what would you prefer to me to call you as? Just Pixel or whatever?
Pixel's probably fine.
Cool.
I'm gonna mute myself for a second because I have to deal with.
Alone.
I'm gonna mute myself for a second because I have to deal with the 3-year-old in the room. So.
Yeah, 3-year-olds are the worst. 6-year-olds don't know the definition of quiet, and 3-year-olds haven't even heard of the word.
I know, right?
Even though when I was 3, I didn't even know the word speak, never mind the word quiet, because I couldn't speak properly until I was about 6.
At least my 7-year-old brother's distracted playing on the Xbox.
Yeah, that's a good point. So one thing I want to know, guys, is have you ever had any problems with things like speech and stuff? Because as I mentioned previously, I couldn't really speak properly until I was about 6 or 7 odd. It's like when I was a very quiet 3-year-old because I didn't know how to speak, so I couldn't speak.
All I said was look.
Oh yeah, you know how Swap Force has so many enemies? What's your favourite Swap Force enemy?
Just a hard one.
Yeah, because there's so many of them. That's one thing I did love about Swap Force, the variation in enemies that it had to offer.
It'd probably be the Greebles. I kind of just liked them. It's a new enemy in the base club.
It was basically for replacement of the trolls for the first, like, 8 levels, and then they decided, screw it, we'll put the trolls back in anyway.
Yeah. Also, any trolls in, like, Imaginators, it didn't really seem like her.
Oh darn, this guy was hiding from me the whole time, what a jerk. Oh no, this is not good. Oh, there we go, now I'm getting in. Nice. Okay, so basically, the enemy was inside the wall, so I couldn't get to him because there was an invisible wall separating me and the enemy, so I had to use projectiles to shoot him.
Yeah. I remember when I first got Skylanders Adventure, I was playing as Terrafin, and I was going to go into the lunar, what do you call it, with Flynn, and for some reason I was in Flynn's place, and I wasn't in the balloon at all or anything, and Flynn wasn't there. It was so weird, and my Skylander couldn't move.
Yeah, that's the thing, this game isn't the most polished franchise ever, with the fact that it doesn't have, that it has many glitches, but it's polished and better than most franchises in the fact that it has less glitches than most franchises combined.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, if you look at a Sonic game, I think all 6 Skylanders games combined has less glitches than one Sonic game.
Yeah, it does actually.
Because there's nothing like more than a good old glitch.
Yeah. I remember once I jumped off an island in Spyro's Adventure and I kept falling forever, like, even when I took off my Skylander, he just started falling again.
The only game that ever happened to me in was Swap Force. But since then, you know, it very rarely occurs, stuff like that. Oh, and guys, appreciate the quiet from Gabe while it lasts, because once he's unmuted, he will not shut up.
That was extremely tedious.
You had literally the best timer with that right there, Gabe.
I saw that. Like, you started saying that, and I was like, okay, I need to wait for this sentence to end.
And that's why I say it was the best timing.
Yo, I think I understand that much.
Did you not know Crypt King
I may
was
be
originally
loud,
meant to
but
be a giant?
Yeah, Crypt
See, I
King
mean,
was meant to be a giant originally, because Crypt King was originally for Magic Giant, and they called him for Chop Chop Daddy, but then they decided to take him out of Giants because he was too similar to Chop Chop, so they replaced him in favour of Ninjini. But in Trap Team they returned back to the design, and I'm definitely glad about that.
For some reason I kind of wish he was in Giants, because I kind of like the design of it a bit.
For design in Trap Team, it's pretty much the same as the one in Giants, though, so it's just me, it was just delayed for 2 years, that's all.
Yeah.
See, it's a giant chop chop, and it's stupid that they took something off just because it looked like the best character ever.
How many arcade Skylanders are there again?
Arcane Skylanders, there's 3, I think.
Drill Sergeant is one of them. I think
Yeah.
Chop
Chop
Chop.
chop is another.
Chop Chop, yeah.
Drill Sergeant, Chop Chop, and some other one along the way, I'm
He's like the
sure.
spirit that-
Yeah. You know, Terrafin found Drill Sergeant.
Yes, I did know that. And Drill Sergeant wouldn't stop following Terrafin for the longest time.
Yeah.
Terrafin has the most interesting lore relating to other characters though, because Terrafin has a lot of lore related with Drill Sergeant, and he also is also the fact that Chaos owes Terrafin $5, so that's good as well, I suppose.
Yeah. And it was
That's how-
it's about adventure when the Terrafin Soul Gem, it showed he was a water Skylander, but he was an earth Skylander.
That guy was McFat.
Yeah, that's the best thing about Terrafin. When he was first revealed, it was just like, that guy owes me $5! Even though I took a Terrafin
You
accent.
gotta say it with his like weird accent. That guy was
Yeah, exactly, I can't say it with a weird accent, is that what I said or what?
I did not hear you say that, so I'm going to presume that you didn't say that.
Can't wait to like my next Skylander I get, which is probably gonna be soon.
I'm sorry for yelling in the background. My 6-year-old sister. Yeah.
How many siblings do you have, Gabe?
3 living ones.
Well, then that's 3 too many.
Yeah. And 3 not living ones.
Oh, that's a shame.
I love how you're like, that's 3 too many siblings that are alive, and then they're dead, and they're like, oh, that's sad.
That is sad, though. I'm just trying to contain my
The
sadness.
living ones shouldn't be alive, and it's sad that the non-living ones are not alive.
I just tease with stuff like that, you know. I'm not serious. Besides,
I
siblings
know.
are great. Siblings provide great companionship, and even better when you're a younger sibling and you have an older sibling, you have someone to look up to. Except for Gabe. Gabe is not someone good to look up to.
For some reason, like
They don't
after
look up at me.
Giants,
They're
there's barely
super
any more Archeans in the games.
I liked how Giants was based around Archeans, and I liked it.
Yeah, one thing I do like about Chop Chop is the fact that he's, you know, an Archean type warrior, and so whenever you go to the Archean levels, you always see statues of Chop Chop around the place.
Yup, and it's like, he's a great Archean warrior.
Warrior.
I remember my first time seeing the Skylanders trailers, like all excited and everything.
I was blown away by the first Sky Spice Adventure trailer. I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting this. It looks so cool.
Considering I was only like 4 or something like that.
Yeah, I
So,
was
Pixel-
10 when the first trailer for Skylanders Spice Adventure dropped. No, I lied. I was 9 when the first Skylanders Spice Adventure trailer dropped, and I was 10 when it came out.
Pixel. What is that accent that you have? I don't know what accent that is. I'm trying to figure it out.
I am Irish, okay? That's the accent I have.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good accent.
See, with me, I'm always like, people are like, oh, you have an accent. I'm like, no, I don't, because I don't necessarily think of my own voice as an accent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same with me, but we're all like, say, if I'm pronouncing S, I'd say S, like sh or something like that.
Okay, I'm currently in the Frostfest Mountains, which means I'm in the level with all of the ice yetis, which are the same species as Slambam. The funny thing about it is that one of them is called Fizzy, so that's kind of reference to Pop Fizz and a Slambam at the same time, with it being the same species as Slambam, but a similar name to Pop Fizz. So I find that kind of cool, double reference and all.
Or maybe he's fizzy because he has a lot. Maybe he's fizzy because he has a lot of fizzy alcoholic drinks.
No, he doesn't have a lot of fizzy alcoholic drinks, he has a lot of cocoa.
What if it's fizzy alcoholic cocoa?
You know what actually sounds really good right now? I think I'll go grab some of that.
Can I don't know how old you have to be to drink, but I doubt it's 16.
It's 18.
No, I'm just kidding. Of course I don't drink that stuff, really. Oh, and in the UK it's 18 where we can drink from.
Okay.
Because we're trusted with alcohol more than you, so take that.
Like, you saw all of the Legos that I had, and I'm just grabbing all of the red ones and putting them in one bin, and I have so many red ones.
It's ironic how you say red when I'm playing with Hyper Beam Prison Break with his red, like, lasers and all that.
Okay, there's orange, and there's some orange, and there's some red.
Yeah, in case you guys couldn't tell, Skybricks Gaming is called Skybricks Gaming for a good reason.
Yeah, I know why it is.
Yeah, I know why it is, I'm just making sure everyone else does. Oh yeah, Hyper Beam Prison Break's WoW power is just so awesome.
I'll just explain it in case anybody's not too bright and doesn't get it. See, the sky is for Skylanders, and the bricks are for Legos, and the gaming is for gaming, and the 83 is my lucky number.
Okay, I might as well explain my username then. The pixel is for, I just like pixelated games. The Destiny part is for, because I just like a game called Destiny, and I don't know where to put the Skylander into it.
Okay, my name is Ignite for Igniter for short, and Fire because fire is my favourite element. Boom.
Oh no. Guess who
My
just
favorite
showed
element
up?
is probably water, considering like two of them are my top favorite Skylanders.
Life. What?
Yeah, life tends to be a very popular element.
Yeah.
In all fairness though, I like a lot of life characters as well, but my top two elements are definitely fire and earth, by a long shot.
I gave him the Chop Chop McDonald's toy, and he just walked back in here. He says, "This Chop Chop is being bad to me."
Honestly, 3-year-olds who can speak probably don't even know what the hell they're speaking about.
All of my Chop songs are chewed off because of my dog. Probably considering they're both.
My dog almost destroyed my Chop Chop once, but I managed to save him just in time. But I couldn't save my Series 2 Chop Chop though, my Series 2 Chop Chop was destroyed. But hey, I got a new one, so that's what matters.
Ryan, no. Ryan, stop. Oh my god, she's kicking all my hands. Gosh darn, Ryan. See, I dumped all these out, and I was like, oh, this is going to be so much easier when I have all these dumped out. And then as soon as I dumped them out, I was like, yeah, I just made this 10 times harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those times where you plan something out really carefully to make things easier for you, and then you realise, wait, this doesn't make anything easier for me.
It nearly takes like 2 days for me to line up all my Skylanders.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I saw your collection video, and you look like you have a bigger collection than me, and that's really saying something.
Yeah, like all of my relatives basically gave me Skylanders.
Trust me, I'd have more Skylanders at this point if I could actually get them locally.
Then ignite the foyer. Yes, you have to say it like that. Ignite the fire.
Ignite the fire.
No, it's ignite the fire.
Nope, my accent is better than yours, but ignite the fire.
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 Yeah, you know we don't actually say fire like that. You do know that, right?
Yes, I know.
I don't know what stereotypical British people you've been by, but no British person says fire like that.
I'm just saying it in my weird accent. I always use that accent whenever I'm trying to be weird. Ignite the fire.
Gabe, if you're going to come to Britain, do not speak in that accent.
Why?
You'll probably get punched in the face really hard. And if it ain't by anyone around you, it'll be by me.
I'll just tell them it's not British. It's completely different. You're just mistaking it.
I deleted it, alright? When it came and I deleted it. Doesn't matter.
It's not British. You're just mistaking it. Get off your case.
You'd be surprised, us British people are very big on our discipline.
What?
No, I set them all by hand, okay? Go.
You don't like
I just don't like I don't know, it's just glitched up and turned my tablet off.
Pixel, try and speak a little bit slower because you're speaking too fast to be picked up at the moment.
Damn it, it's glitched. I'll have to download it again, okay?
That's a nuisance.
I don't even know.
I actually didn't hear it, okay?
Yeah, it's like I said, guys, speak a little bit slower or else the audio won't pick you up as easily.
The audio.
Right? It has many holes in it, right? Look, it's fine. Look, because it's off now, okay? Right? It's off.
This is what happens when you organise sessions with people who have annoying siblings.
This is what happens when you organize sessions with people who are annoying. Cough, cough, me.
Trust me, Gabe, you're not as annoying as my sister is.
Please.
Oh darn, I did that completely wrong.
What? Believe me, I could just stare them, like, straight in the face. Like, how I annoy most people, how most people get annoyed at me, is because I get, like, way too close for comfort.
That's like someone at my school, he always gets really close and it's really annoying.
What? No, stay downstairs. Oh, dog.
I have 3 miniature saw blades in my hand right now.
Don't cut yourself, even though that would be hilarious.
They're Lego saw blades.
And you can still cut yourself on Legos. You know how many times I've cut myself on Legos?
Okay, sorry I went blank there for a second. My brother came up.
Yeah, I could tell. I thought he was speaking, but turns out nope.
Yeah, sorry for my annoying 10 years younger than me child.
You're actually kind of lucky because considering my brother wants to look at it all the time.
Your brother what?
He wants to look at my tablet all the time.
Okay then.
My brother wants to take my Skylanders because he's like, can I have this one? You let me have Zap. If none
I'm
of
so
you know,
lucky my brother
Zap
is older right now because he used to destroy all my Skylanders. That's how some of them are missing their weapons and everything.
That sounds a nuisance.
My Zap doesn't work in game, so I gave it to him, and so now he constantly thinks he can just take whatever character he wants because I gave him Zap.
This is why you don't give people things.
I know, right?
Does anyone know the first Skylander I got? Please try guess.
You gave me that.
Double
so
trouble, because clearly, with calling Gabe right here, I've got double trouble. I've got both Gabe and his sibling.
Ow.
Which I think those two are more than double trouble, because they're double trouble each, which makes them quadruple trouble.
But I don't promote.
One of the first Skylanders I got. I was so excited when I got them.
But Ignite, I don't promote.
The best glitch just happened, guys. Oh, that was glorious.
What just happened?
Okay, so basically, I was reflecting some beams with Prison Break, then I got hit, so I moved away from the crystals, but the beams were still being reflected even though I weren't shooting them, so basically I just had beams firing from nowhere.
Dude, you had auto cannons.
No, not the Prison Break I don't, that's normally something that doesn't work with Prison Break, it was definitely a glitch.
I know. You got auto cannons.
Alright, that's what you meant, I see. My bad, I'm not very awake today, as always.
I saw a B-movie meme. It was great.
Wait, you actually saw a big movie meme that's good? I'm surprised. No, those things are never good, I'm telling you.
No, I mean, it's not good. It was funny. There's a bee sitting there. It was the bee movie, but gone wrong. And so there was a bee on this person's windowsill, so they started quoting bee movie lines. But then their mom closed the window and crushed the bee.
Wow. Why would you do that to a poor bee? That's not funny.
It was great.
How is murdering bees great? There's something very, very sick with you, Gabe.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, for the sick-minded, maybe.
Wait.
It's like, the person was like screaming. They're like...
Wow.
You should see my dog when she doesn't get the football. She starts barking and everything. Then when you kick it at her, she starts barking even more and howling.
My friend has 2 dogs, and whenever you do something with the other starts barking it until you do it with them as well. It's just so annoying. They both got to, they've both got to have fair treatment 24/7.
It's like you do something to one of them, and soon enough you're just like running between the two, doing it over and over and over again.
Yep. Are your siblings like that? Whenever your parents get you something, your siblings always have to be like, they get something as well.
Oh, you see what happened, you know, like birthday stuff. So, my sisters are little, were little pieces of card after my brother's birthday. They basically just like, the only thing they would play with is the stuff that my brother got for his birthday. Like, hey, can I play with them? They would turn around and go, we're older, so we can boss you around. Go away.
Wow, that's just not cool.
Love you, Dada.
And then I literally almost... I literally picked them up. I picked one up and almost threw them, and then they listened to Ryan.
Yeah, that's what I do. If I want something, I'm like, I ain't asking politely, I'm just taking it from you, bro.
The one area where I'm strong, I can take out my sisters in an instant.
Oh, well then. That's something to be proud of, I suppose. Your sisters must be very weak.
It is, especially when one of them is like some crazy powerhouse nutcase when she's angry. She goes like Hulk mode.
What, like T-Rex? T-Rex is Hulk
up,
mode.
I can just straight up pick her up and chuck her. Be like, get out of my way.
Yeah, T-Rex is basically the Hulk of Skylanders.
The Hulk of Skylanders is the Hulk.
Yeah, but the Hulk isn't in Skylanders.
New guest star coming for Skylanders 7.
Skylanders Jet Force introducing the Incredible Hulk. And they have to pronounce it like that, like they did in Thor Ragnarok.
And the Amazing Spider-Man.
You know what, if they actually get the rights to Spider-Man, I will flip, because the rights to Spider-Man are like some of the hardest rights to get, because you need to get them from both Marvel and like Sony and stuff, and it'd be nuts to get the rights to Spider-Man. Because that's the thing, like 3 different companies own the right to Spider-Man.
Happy Birthday is copyrighted.
Yes, Happy Birthday is copyrighted. You hear that, guys? You can't sing Happy Birthday from now on.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
No, not that Happy Birthday, but different Happy Birthday. For more in-depth one, it's like Happy Birthday to ya, happy, happy, something like that.
Happy birthday to
No, like,
you.
just
Happy
a normal
birthday.
birthday.
Why are we singing Happy Birthday anyway? It's no one's birthday. Well, you know what I'm talking about? It is someone's birthday. It's someone's birthday at my school, which you guys don't even know, because I've never talked about her.
Well, now we know. I mean, kind of. We kind of know.
You don't even know her name.
We still know it's her birthday.
Okay, there we go,
Happy
Lucy. We
birthday,
just sung you
whoever
happy
the heck you are.
birthday. You're welcome.
You probably aren't watching this, but have a happy birthday, whoever the heck you are.
She definitely ain't watching this. She's one of those where she doesn't even know what YouTube is.
Oh, wow.
I'm basically playing a video game on my tablet right now.
Why the hell not, right? Multitasking. Even though your brain cannot physically multitask, but it can swap between tasks quite quickly, and that's what multitasking is. Not doing 2 things simultaneously, swapping between 2 tasks very quickly.
I can multitask.
No, you can
I'm
do
talking
things
to you, so
very,
sort of
you can swap between things very quickly. That's what we can do.
But I'm doing them at the exact same time. So there's no swapping available. There's no space between the time.
Yeah, you might be doing them at the same time, but that's you doing them at the same time, not your brain processing them at the same time. Huge difference.
I have a marked brain, so my brain works different.
Yeah, I know. Basically, you can kick and punch at the same time, but that doesn't mean your brain is telling you to kick and punch at the same time. Doing 2 things at the same time and thinking of 2 different things at the same time are 2 completely different things.
My brain's telling me to kick and punch the phone right now, but I don't want to. I have 2 brains, the brain I listen to and the really violent brain that just tells me to kick and punch everything.
Oh, that's like Ed. He has a psycho brain and a regular brain, even though the psycho thing that Ed does in my videos is basically just an act.
I'm psychotic more than the time.
Thing is, though, is that Edward acts like a psycho all the time at school, and people actually think he's an actual psycho because they don't realize it's an act. And so, there's only 2 people in my entire school who know that Edward is not a psycho. And they're like, well, that's really smart of him because he's a great actor, meaning that no one will ever mess with him because they actually think he's psycho.
I'm basically promoting this. Ignite, I'm basically promoting your channel. I've told my friends about it.
Oh, nice. You don't need to promote me, I promote myself enough and crash your streams.
I'm gonna promote your channel on a video tomorrow.
Cool. Even though, by the time this comes out, this is not going to come out for like 4 or so odd weeks, so... And why do I suck so much at this?
I wonder what the Skylanders will be like for the mobile game.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that mobile game, and you can expect a Let's Play of it on my channel, most certainly.
Will the
Mobile
last gen Skylanders work on it or not, like?
I swear. Everybody's all like, oh, Jet Warriors is fake. I swear, if it's fake, I'll be okay with it. But right now, I'm going full on real.
I'm going 25% real, 75% fake.
I don't really think it's real that much, Jet Warriors.
If it's real, I'll be flipping happy because I really just want a new Skylanders game. Couldn't care less what it is, I just want another one as long as it's good, I don't care. But, at the same time, I'm not going to be fooled into thinking, like, things like this are real because, you know, it's kind of hard to back up things like this from a source like that.
Well, like, 10 games that were on the list were revealed after the thing was actually made.
That's just a coincidence.
Sure.
10 is a really, really small number in comparison to the rest of the list.
Well, if you take what Portal Master 9351 said, he's like waiting for if some of the games get confirmed.
Then again, the list is just large because they're for games that are within the Nintendo Switch. They could be in development right now, or they could, you know, be cancelled games. So, you know, the list of games there aren't necessarily, you know, a finalized list. So, perhaps.
I mean, even if it's not finalized, they wouldn't just put Skylanders on there and expect it to not, like...
On eBay, I saw a crystal clear pinata.
Oh yeah, that's an awesome variant. I completely forgot it existed for the longest time though.
Or something like that.
But it doesn't exist, though.
It does. I'm sure the basically.
There's a rock candy pinata, but not a clear one.
Yeah, that's what you meant, isn't it? For the rock candy version, that's what I meant. The only clear sensei in Imaginators is Starcast, crystal clear Starclass. Starclass?
Yep.
No, Starcast.
Alright, Star Class.
I am the Starclass.
Take out the
No, you're like the fight.
and
No, seriously though, like my science class, like my science teacher's favourite class is my class.
Astro Blast. Astro Blaze. So switch to the page for Astro Blaze and start studying. The test is in 5 minutes.
Wait, we get 5 minutes to study for a test, that's great. You know, that reminds me of someone at school, yeah? So basically, we did a test, and then the teacher told us to revise for that test after we did the test. It's kind of like, where's the point in telling us to revise for a test after we do the test?
Is revising studying?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, because I don't know the British.
Revising is going back over stuff you've learnt to look at it, you know, re-understand it again. That's why we call it revising, revisioning it, pretty much.
I'm so happy all of my tests are done now.
I wish I could say the same thing, but I can't.
Oh,
I still have an entire another 9 weeks before, or no, it's 8 weeks before I get off school. I'm on spring break
already
now,
off.
but I have an entire another 8 weeks until summer break. So are you guys like halfway through your year?
We're more than halfway through. We're almost 3/4 through.
Oh.
Next I'll have to be practicing for my summer test.
Wait, like, so when is your, like, summer break?
We break up towards the end of July.
Interesting.
Yeah, the thing is that you guys get a longer summer, but we get these things called half terms in between. So basically every 6 weeks of school we get a week off, whereas you guys have to go all the way through it. So you guys only get Christmas, Easter and summer off, whereas we get summer, Christmas, Easter and those half terms off.